A few months ago, I bought this crumbling mess of a building with the hopes of one day making it my home. Now, last week, we removed most of the plaster that was on these walls. Couldn't reach the tippity top. But this week, I've got an even more important job to do. Let me show you. Now, all I've done is flip the camera around, and here is the entrance to the room that we are currently in. We're on the first floor of this building, second floor if you're from America. And one thing I've noticed about this whole entire wall is that it's getting worse. Now, before I show you exactly what I mean, you might be wondering, what on earth is this? Well, I do have to give huge thanks to my patrons, because thanks to them, I purchased this. That never happened. Fancy camera that's totally not broken. Okay, it's not broken, I mean it. This thing just fell down. Anyway, with this, we're doing it in one take. With this fancy camera, hopefully it will improve the quality of this video and the videos moving forward. So thanks a lot, patrons. Links in the description if you want to become a member. And much love, much appreciated. Let's get this wall down. So even if I just press one finger against the wall, look, the whole thing is shaking. It's absolutely insane. In fact, I think I can remove this entire wall with my bare hands. This is quite dangerous. All right. I think I should move this camera back just a little bit. Okay, I think we're all good. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh. It's ready to go. It's ready to go for sure. Oh. They're just slotted into this groove here. There we go. It's actually quite well constructed. Well, not the wall itself, it's quite flimsy, but look, there's grooves that these bricks slot in. I think they're designed specifically to do that. You can see the grooves on either side, which means if the structural integrity of the wall is compromised from below, then above will not fall. As you can see right now, perfect demonstration. Let's grab a hammer just for the sake of it. There we go. That was not very strong. I think this wall was definitely held in place with hopes and dreams. Where the wall once stood, there's now just a door frame. We made light work of that wall, needless to say. It's made from the same bricks as the wall that was upstairs that I removed. Very thin, but they slot into the wall, which gives them extra strength, but in reality, it's just not strong enough because when you leant on the wall, the whole thing would kind of bow. So this definitely needed to be done. I'll cut the frame out at a later date. And yeah, it's all in the name of progress, isn't it? And that was a little bit of a safety hazard, that wall, to leave it standing. And I'm glad I removed it. Now there is also the wall that's here, next to the staircase, essentially the rest of the wall that we just removed. And that will need removing as well. But it is fairly strong in comparison to the one that we just removed. The one that we just removed was all cracked at the top. I could tell that it was kind of ready to go. That one's a bit stronger, so I'm gonna leave it for the time being. We can always remove it later on, so there's not an issue there. Now, I would tidy up, but I have to do a tip run for that, and the tip is closed, or the dump, whatever you want to call it. So I am going to do something that's equally as important, using another new toy. I'm going to be using this bad boy in order to measure the size of the rooms. That's right, this is a laser distance meter. Apparently, that's the official name. And again, I must thank the wonderful patrons who have allowed me to purchase this without, am I becoming French? Without too much worrying. We're doing it in one take. So thank you so much. Yeah, it works. Let's try it out. Now we can finally actually get proper measurements for the room, so I know how much material I need to buy. Oh. Right, let's press the magic button. Oh yeah. There we go, so I've already measured one distance of the wall. Now to measure the other wall. All right, and just like that, we know that this room is... Oh no, I did it wrong. Sorry, let me do it again. It's not my fault I'm an idiot, okay? You should expect it at this point from me to not get it right the first time. Okay, now I did it properly. This room is 13.116 square meters. And this room's a funny shape, so I've taken the kind of biggest, like the furthest apart walls. You know what I'm trying to say. It's about 13.1 metres, and this is way easier than using a tape measure. Right, so how big exactly is this house? So I've just summed up the total of the 3 rooms that there are. So as you enter, there's a small, I would call it the landing, where you go up and down the stairs, but that eventually is going to be part of the main room. And then you've got the main room, and then you've got another room. So on the ground floor, it will be, you walk in, it's just one big living room, and then you walk into the kitchen. And then there is another room after that, but we won't count that because that's going to be a utility room and toilet. And then as you go upstairs, you've got the bedroom, that's what they call it. And what I'm going to do is put a sliding door, instead of having the wall that I just took down, for example, where that is, it's going to be a sliding door. So it's essentially going to feel like one room when that door's open. Then when it's closed, it's proper separated. So, and that's a good thing because obviously privacy concerns and stuff when other people want to go up the stairs if there are guests. So yeah, on the first floor, bedroom, and then ensuite. And then second floor, bedroom, ensuite. And then you've got the attic space, which is going to be maybe an office or something like that. Anyway, I'm rambling on again. The total space per floor, so yeah, it's 25.26 square meters. So let's multiply that by 1, 2, 3, 4 with the attic, because that's going to be livable. And we've got, well, it's not very difficult because it's 25 times 4 is 100. So it's 101 square meters. That's not counting the basement and not counting the utility room, which is another 7 square meters. So basically proper livable space without the basement. But shall we count the basement? Because I'm going to turn that into something livable as well. So if I make the basement livable, and when I say livable, it's like a usable space, like an extra room, like, I don't know, a bar area, which is not what I'm going to use, or maybe a YouTube studio. So that would be another 25 square meters. No, that doesn't make sense because the basement, the tunnel, when does the tunnel start? I think the tunnel must start from the kitchen. So I reckon in the basement you've got just 15-ish square meters. So I reckon the total is more like 115 square meters. You know what? Let's go measure the basement. I'll be right back. This is not fun getting attacked by a spider. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, I was bang on. 14.49. Okay, 14.5 square meters, not counting the tunnel itself. So now we know the total space of the house. It's basically 116 to 17 square meters of livable space. Well, actually, it's currently 0 square meters of livable space, but by the end of this renovation, that's what we're going to be left with. Not too bad. And on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you now, and I'm going to see you in the next video where we go and pick up something very special at a special place. So stay tuned for next week. I'll see you then. Bye for now.